What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a late episode of Sunday Test Drive. Today I have the brand new Mack Pinnacle. This was, I guess you could say, basically a Christmas present from Cerberus, if you want to put it that way. It was released on Christmas, and here it is for you guys. Now, he has notes in the file there that you guys probably should read. It'll give you a good idea of his mindset on things and why he does what he does and what he's thinking about when he does it. Now, he does state that the truck is not exactly finished. It's far from it, but it is drivable, it is game ready. He does plan on updating it and keeping an eye on the truck as long as, well, basically people don't go and screw things up, which, come on, we all know people will do. It always happens. So, it is a good truck. It is. It's stable, at least for me. Come on, get in the sun. There we go. A wonderful range and splitter, acting perfectly for me once again. It's a game-ready truck. It is a drivable truck. And I think I don't know. I'm looking at my speed here, and the transmission I selected is a 13-speed, but, yeah, I'm already in 8 low. Something's not right. But anyway, it is a very nice-looking truck. It really is. On the outside, it is very nice, aesthetically pleasing. Now, in the post that he has shared on Facebook, and I will have those links in the description here for you guys, what he has there is the truck as well as a patch for the headache rack. So, don't know what the problem was, why the headache rack needed a patch, but it is there. I don't know if there's a specific loading order. I know on mine I have the truck above the headache rack patch, and when I went to go customize this truck, the stack it came up through the headache rack. So something's not quite right there, and I don't know if that's what that patch is for. Maybe I would need to put the patch above it, below it. I think I have it below it, but I'll have to double check. But anyway, you know, hopefully I can get information from Cerberus on this one as, you know, loading order and why the patch was needed. But other than that, I mean, the truck is still, it's good. It really is. Now, he also notes, and this has been something where him and I mean, I've never directly talked to Cerberus, and so it's not like we can argue or discuss it, but this is where his opinions on trucks and my opinion on trucks differ. I do agree, yeah, we need some more normal work trucks in the game. Nothing wrong with that. He is seemingly totally against trucks that have lights on them, any kind of flashy chrome, things like that. A truck should be a work truck and nothing more. Flashy paint jobs and lights and, you know, all that stuff, waste of time. It's stupid. It looks like an ass clown, and you're an ass clown for doing it, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So his mindset on what trucks should look like in the game is a little different than the majority of everyone else, which is fine. To each their own. I'm not going to complain about that. He makes his trucks look that way. That's his right. He can do whatever he wants. It's his mod. He made it. He can do whatever he wants to it. If someone else comes along and adds a mod pack to it, adding those options for the flashy stuff, so be it. That's what you get for putting a mod out there. Now, I have heard over the months, you know, a couple of his trucks that have gotten out, people had talked about doing add-on mods. I believe there was a truck that did get an add-on mod, and, well, he wasn't too happy. But that's what, like I said, that's what you get. So hopefully, you know, even if he doesn't see fit to add more items to this truck, someone does. Because these trucks, they do get dressed up. They do get, you know, the extra beacons and the LED lights all over them, and, you know, the extra parts. Every truck out there gets it. Hell, the last company I worked for, a couple of the trucks got that. The drivers were allowed to go ahead and add parts to it, and one of them had the LEDs that came from underneath the sleeper, and these were regular work trucks for the company. So, you know, not every company's going to be that way. So that's just my little thought, my little rant on it. But anyway, back to the truck here. get in. It is a beautiful looking truck. The truck I see quite often here in the Chicagoland area. I've driven a Mack, I don't remember what model it was. We're talking probably 10, 12 years ago, and it was a tandem axle. It was for a local contractor delivering construction supplies. And I'm already an 8 high, and yeah. Anyway, it was a local contractor delivering construction supplies. So it had the forklift on the back and everything. My God, was that turning radius horrid on that truck. It's the only Mack I've ever driven, and I did like it, actually. I liked it was an Eaton Fuller. Oh, it was like a Manumatic. It was half manual, half automatic, and you could drive it. It was like a T-handle shifter that you have in most of your cars. When you have an automatic transmission, it goes from drive to reverse to park, and yeah. And this was kind of the same way. It came up in the center, and it was right there next to the seat, kind of like how Volvos are. And I could select what I want to do, reverse, park, all that stuff. And I had a parking brake, I had a clutch. I had to use the clutch when I was driving regardless. But it also had an option where on the side of the T-handle shifter knob was an arrow that pointed up and down. And I could control the gears that way. Now, it would limit me to, if I wanted to downshift, but I was at 2,000 RPM. It wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it until it got to like 1,800 or something like that. But I was able to change gears that way. I could go up as high as I wanted and then go ahead and change gears that way. So it acted like a manual in that aspect, where I could, instead of moving from gear to gear, I just hit the button and it changed the gears for me. But had an awesome Jake brake, 3-stage Jake brake on it. That was nice. I enjoyed using that one, but that one had a stack that came underneath, and understandably so. You can't have a stack coming up right alongside drywall or fiberglass insulation or 2x4 framing and stuff like that. So that was underneath. But yeah, the turning radius, the worst thing on that truck was the turning radius. Now, I haven't tested the turning radius on this truck yet, but so far so good. When you get into this truck, though, keep in mind you're up there. You're going to be basically on top of the wheel. So you're going to have to hit F4 and go over a couple pages to move your seat back to where I'm at right now. But unfortunately, when you turn your head, you're going way, way up. See how high? Look at it. I'm almost into the pillar right there. So a little bit of a camera placement issue there, but other than that, it's still good. No options for interiors yet. The interior was the most recent thing he had just finished, so hopefully we get a couple options here for at least colors or wood grain or something like that. But other than that, I mean, interior does look nice. Looking around a little more, and we're slowing down again. Alright, screw this noise. 455 horsepower is what I have underneath the hood. They are all Mack engines for choices here. Wide variety of engines to choose from. So whether you want, I think at the lowest was in the upper 300s and then went all the way up. And so I picked a mid-level engine here. So plenty of choices here to choose from. Same goes for transmissions. Plenty of choices there. So fine-tuning it should not be an issue, but all you do get is Mack engines. There are no other engines to choose from with this mod. You got a decent amount of options to choose from, multiple bumpers, you do have an air dam up there, multiple cabs. That is the main thing I'm pleased to see. We have the day cab and a couple of versions of the sleepers, both high-rise and then flat top like I have here. Different size sleepers as well, so kudos to him on adding that. I know I was a little hard on him the last one with the Western Star with no cab options, so thankfully he was nice enough to add those here for this truck. He did buy this from, what is it, Hamsters or whatever his name is. I would have to check the information, so I know I got that wrong. But this is a bought 3D model of the game, of the truck and everything. He's done a lot of work to it, scratch building a lot of stuff, adding the parts in here himself. So I don't know if he's got a crew that he works with on a lot of this stuff. If he does, well, kudos to them as well. But I believe he does a lot of the work himself. So he's done a very, very fine job on this one, and hopefully we see him come out with more options for it, more customization and things like that. There is a drop axle. It looks like a steer axle that you can add to this. Is one of the chassis options. You do have 3 total chassis options, a long, a short, and then a steer axle option. I do have the parking lights on, but at the same time the headlights come on as well. There is no difference, I believe. Let's see, the roof button, here it is. Yep, you can see it get brighter. So that's me personally an annoyance. I hate it when trucks do that, when they turn the headlights on. No, I only want is the driving lights, the parking lights, what have you. I don't need the headlights on, but you know, I honestly don't know why that they come on sometimes. Some trucks do it, some trucks don't. What else we got going on here? Different mud flaps. We get 2 different airline options. I've chosen the first option where it's hooked up right through the cab there. There is another one where it's a stand, so you can hook it through there. Single exhaust pipe option only, no duals. Hopefully that changes in the future. And let's see what else. Air horns are what they are. You cannot move them. You cannot change them out. You can put in the overhead cab lights there, as I put the bullet ones on there, so you do get your full range of lights in the front of the cab. A couple of visors to choose from, so he does give you little more tuning options than what the Western Star had. But you know, he stayed true to form in what he said in his notes. Come on, there we go. He stayed true to form. He wants this to stay a work truck and nothing more. So if you guys are people that like to go along that course, then you're going to like this truck. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I hope the engine sounds get updated. That's just my personal opinion as well. All this is my personal opinion. That's all it is. So, you know, y'all can take it to however you want to. You know, you can agree, you can disagree and say you're a fucking idiot, or you can say, hey, you know, I see where you're going there, and although I might not agree, I understand. You know, everyone takes it their own way. But engine sounds would probably be my number 1 thing to change up here. I mean, I know stock trucks aren't going to have major engine sounds, but it just sounds a little weird, you know? Especially when you're in a lower RPM. Nope, the retarder works. There we go, that's good. If you guys are ones that use the retarder. Feels like this transmission I selected, I mean, look how fast I'm ripping through the gears here, 1 through 5. The transmission I have selected seems to be a really low-end transmission, so it's good for heavy haul. No GPS, obviously. Also, with this trailer I have here, this is the Velocity 1.4 trailer, and I had to turn off advanced coupling on it. It would not go underneath the trailer with advanced coupling on, so had to turn that off in the settings, and then the truck would fit underneath the trailer. I have not tested it against any other trailers, but at least with this trailer pack, the Velocity 1.4, I had to turn it off. I didn't try ramming it. There's been some times where, okay, maybe you can ram the truck up underneath the trailer and it'll work as if the trailer's sitting too low. I didn't try that. Just backed it up to the trailer twice. It hit both times. Okay, just turn it off. So if you guys get this and you're having that issue, maybe just get ahead of steam and try to ram it underneath there. But as soon as you start taking damage, you might as well say, all right, screw it, turn off the advanced coupling. So there you have it, guys. The Mack Pinnacle from Cerberus. And that looks like it's a 55-gallon drum underneath there. No, that's a 30-gallon drum, parts washer drum. Looks odd. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I do like it, I really do. And I look forward to more. Great work from him. And hopefully he's able to add a little bit more flair to it, maybe dual stacks. Update the engine sounds, or maybe Creech can get in on this and add some engine sounds to it. I think there's some Mack engine sound files from other trucks, so maybe we'll try that out. But great looking job. Stock orange here, one of the normal paint jobs. The paint jobs that are already in are just templates mainly. Nothing really shows up, at least for me, when I was going through the selection. So great work from Cerberus. Very nice indeed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you back here in a couple days for a back haul, see what I can do to this thing. So until then, thanks for watching. Take it easy.